We're live, except Hi.
Hi, Jordan.
Hello, Todd. So, I'm Jordan Toronto, and this is Discover Me TV, and this is my old pal, Todd Buonopane from...
Hi, Jordan.
He's not right there. He's there from University of Michigan.
Woohoo!
Years ago. You should know him now from Bathtub Theatre. Is it all on Facebook, or is it in other places too?
It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. They're all saved to YouTube now. So there's been 8 of them, and they're all on YouTube. And they're easy to find if you go to Instagram or Facebook. I've also been tweeting the YouTubes out. So
I love it. So there's no way you will not happen upon this guy. I mean, if you're looking, okay, so let me just say as a musical theater nerd that I think if I didn't know Todd, I still would have sat and watched these just from some guy who's brilliant online.
You're sweet.
But then I happened upon him and I was like, I know that guy. I was like, not only is this brilliant, but as I was saying when I was chatting with him right before this, I love that it's not just someone singing a song, but it's Bathtub Theater, because this guy does the scene work too. So I just want you to know.
It started just as monologues and scenes, and then people requested songs.
I see.
So then I would do scenes into songs. Last night was the only true just song, but it was for Sondheim's birthday, and it had a lot of props.
Right. And, it was very...
and I spent all day making things like this.
I loved it. There's a boat. I won't give away anymore, but it is good fun. And you seem to really love Mickey. Or maybe that you just have a few Mickey things.
Okay, so I am alone right now, but I do have a roommate who's not here. Oh. And almost everything I've used so far is because he just has more junk than I do.
And you were quarantined with his junk.
I texted him last night. I'm like, do you mind that I'm using all your toys? And he goes, no, it actually brings me great joy to see them. Yeah.
Oh, so he's watching Bathtub Theater for a whole new reason, to visit his stuff as well as his friend.
And he's a Michigan grad as well, Adam Quinn.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I'm sure he's happy to see you and his stuff coming together to make art. That's brilliant. It is so good, you guys. Okay, here are some of my favorites, although I don't know. You said there's 8 now?
There's 8.
I think I've watched them all, but Roxy from Chicago is so good.
Oh, thanks.
I love it. Then I just watched Tomorrow from Annie. Was like the sweetest to me. One of my favorites I ever did.
Some of them I feel like because people are sending me recommendations. I'm trying to stick to theater.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to do a few movie monologues. Someone sent me a great All About Eve monologue, so that's fun.
That's awesome.
The day I did Tomorrow, it was a really hard day for me. Going through this, we're having days where it's hard to get out of bed. And it was something I felt like I kind of needed to do. So, because I live alone.
Yeah.
I don't have kids to take care of. It's kind of what's keeping me sane. And yesterday's was so complex that I spent the whole day working on it. And people would text me and say, do you have time? We FaceTime? And I'm like, sorry, I'm busy. And they're like, what are you busy with?
Yeah. But that's a nice thing to be able to say right now, actually.
Yeah, because I lost my job, like so many people did. I was on tour with The Play That Goes Wrong, which was great.
Oh, but, how long had you been out?
We've been out since October, and we had a good long time with it. And we were in Wilmington, Delaware, and they canceled all the shows starting Thursday. And then we didn't get to come home till Saturday because we didn't know if future engagements were going to be canceled. It all just, it all happened so fast.
And then every hour, every day, something new came out to kind of change things, right? Like that was everyone would be like, well, maybe this will be, but we'll wait.
And I was home in my apartment in Washington Heights by noon on Saturday, and I made the first one, which was Lost in Yonkers, on Saturday night, just as stupidness.
Right.
And people liked it a lot. And I mean, I'm not going to deny that, like, when I live alone, having a bunch of people react positively does actually fill me up. I know social media is nonsense and we shouldn't put a lot into it, but like in this time, selfishly, I like it. But I also I do somewhat feel as an artist, I'm giving somewhat of a service. People are moved by what I'm doing. People are laughing at what I'm doing. And I have tons of very talented friends that are singing. I have a great friend that's doing a cooking show on Instagram Live. And it's just, we're doing what we can to get through it. And sometimes 17 people watch and sometimes 5,000 people watch. But we're doing what we can to like keep our art going in some way, to bring joy to people and keep ourselves sane.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes. Amen. Yes. Preach it. I tell you, that is good stuff. That's true. And I think, I know, and yes, on the one hand, social media can be, it can just be agonizing and it's terrible. But it can also be like really the important thing to keep us connected. Because
I also think perhaps like whatever people believe in, whatever higher power, Mother Nature, God, whatever, I think we can use this time to kind of reboot the human race in a way that we haven't been taking care of each other.
I agree.
Oh no! My computer just went away. Can you see me?
I can and hear you. Wait, but you can't see anything?
No, it went. Sorry, my computer is from 2008. Please forgive me. No, it just like went to sleep. I just have to keep
literally said reboot the human race, and your computer was like this.
But I do think we have come to a selfish time where we're not taking care of each other. And, like right now, the kindest thing you and I can do is stay inside.
I know, right.
And we have to look out for each other, and we're realizing what in our society has been set up to not help people in trouble. Because
I know, you're right.
Because before this, all the people that were in trouble were like 4 or 5 removed from us. We didn't have to look at them. But now we all know someone that has this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Am I still there?
We are it, or we're so close to it, right?
Yeah.
And I think I could not agree more. And I think that we are in like this sort of paradigm shift opportunity here where coming out of it, I think we just have to take the goodness that comes out of this scary hard time.
Right.
And bring it into hopefully when it becomes an easier time. And then we don't just let it all fall back to kind of distancing ourselves again. I say that's a weird thing, right? We're distanced, but like you said, our kindest way of sort of uniting is by physically distancing right now. But
I have warned everyone I know that as soon as we're allowed to, I'm going to hug you a whole lot.
Yes!
Because like I haven't had human contact in over a week.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm alone. So it feels crazy. It just, and I'm a hugger.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And in fact, up until, oh gosh, it's so weird. Yeah, and I have to admit, and I'll admit that I've evolved with this. I think 2 weeks ago, I was pretty cavalier about it. I didn't mean to be. It just, from what I knew, I was like, this seems crazy. And every day and every hour that went by, I was like, oh. And I hope I did my very best to like quickly change with what I suddenly knew. And I just think that's so important. And this woman that I talked to yesterday, my old friend Jenny, who's got a channel called Science Mom on YouTube.
Right.
She's so sweet and she's so thoughtful. And she put out something too that wasn't cavalier at all, but at first she was like, listen, everyone's always had a coronavirus, and she had a whole thing that was really kind of reassuring when people were first freaking out. And then she immediately followed it up with something that was like, listen, I don't want to belittle it. This is also very serious. And like, I just am so impressed by somebody who can sort of evolve with the new information and be able to say, I was as right as I could be yesterday, but that's not as right as I could be today,
Imagine that. Imagine saying what I said before wasn't right. Imagine.
I know. and for a leader or somebody who people listen to be able to say, I wasn't as right as I could have been yesterday.
Well, I always say that when I work in theater, nothing gets me on a director's side more than they come up to me and they say, so you know that piece of direction I gave you? Didn't work. Let's try something else.
And you're like,
because sometimes a director will give you a note, don't do that, that's not working. And you're like, you told me to do that. Yeah. But like, it's a team effort. I like the kind of theater where we can fail together. So like, and then we turn around and say, let's do better. And that's all that society can do right now is like do our best each day. And then with the new information the next day.
Yes.
And we might have to say, wow, we screwed that up because that was all we knew.
Right. But it's okay. It's not because we were horrible human beings. Most of us are not doing it because we were horrible human beings yesterday. It's because we were doing the best we can with what we had then. But like, yeah, like you said, just okay. But now what, you know?
Yeah.
And I love that. So yeah, I do. I think this is such an, it's such a hard, but sort of weirdly special time that, I mean, we haven't lived through anything close to it since 9/11. Were you in New York?
I was.
We were in Washington Heights. Where are you?
I was in Jersey City. I was living with a bunch of Michigan grads then. It's so interesting after like living through 9/11 and then the blackout of 2004, if you guys were here for that, which was crazy.
Yes, we were.
I was playing Monopoly with people on the sidewalk because you couldn't get anywhere.
Like,
And then I was living in LA during Hurricane Sandy, when Hurricane Sandy hit, and I suddenly felt so disconnected. I was like, no, I like to be there. I like to go through those New Yorker things with New Yorkers. Right. I will say what's different about this time is it doesn't matter where you are right now because we're not going through anything as a group because we're alone.
I know, which makes it so much harder to be alone. But what I also think is so interesting about it is that we are literally all in the same boat. It's not person against person or country against country. So much make it seem like it is, but it isn't. Yeah. It's so refreshing to realize that country to country and people everywhere in every time zone, in every place, are just feeling the same exact feelings. That is such an unusual experience, I think. Because,
I don't know if you listen to Love It or Leave It, which is one of the Pod Save America podcasts, but it's like a comedy show, but he ended his show this week, and it's usually done in front of an audience. Of course it wasn't.
Right.
Where he just had people calling in about like things that have inspired them and made them happy. And I just had it on my speaker while I was in the shower and I was just openly sobbing in the shower. The other thing that's really made me cry, did you by any chance, Jordan, take Debbie Allen's dance class that she taught last week?
I was going to, and somehow I couldn't connect and then something else happened and I went off with the kids. Was it so awesome?
I mean, it was a big hot mess and it was wonderful. It literally started, she came on and they started going ba-da, 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 ba, playing the theme song to Fame. I burst into tears and started screaming. It's so weird. We're all in this like oddly slightly delicate place that we don't know we're in, where one thing happens and we're like, ah!
Yes. And those are usually more rare times, right? Like every once in a while you have that weird feeling when you're in a conversation, you're like, if I open my mouth to talk, I will cry. But it's like, you're kind of like, I'm a little constantly living in that state without knowing it, right?
So many people have written me about like the Hello Dolly monologue or the Lost in Yonkers monologue or even the Annie singing Tomorrow. People have written me and said, I outright sobbed watching this. And I think I think those things are kind of necessary because we're trying to be brave right now and trying to not fall apart. So occasionally we need that catharsis to just kind of let that stuff out.
And that's why it's so noble what you're doing. And I don't know
if it's noble, but did you realize I'm in the bathtub right now?
I did. And I'm so happy that you're in the bathtub. Is this like your happy place right now? Or at least
I will say I'm a 42-year-old man, so sitting crisscross in a bathtub is really starting to screw with my hips.
Oh, sorry. We'll get you out of that bathtub. So, do you want to play a crazy thing and sing a social distancing song that I think could be fun?
I think we should try it. and see what happens.
All right. I would like us to sing Agony from Into the Woods.
Well, Sondheim did turn 90 yesterday.
He did turn 90, and, you know, it's about how you can't quite get to what you want, and that you're a little far from the things that you're chasing for, and I think we all know that feeling. So we're going to try, and I don't know how the timing will go, but we're going to do this. We're going to try it.
We're game.
So, wait. Oh, no, I pointed the wrong way. I got so excited thinking I was right. So Todd is going to be Cinderella's prince, and I'm going to be Rapunzel's prince. He's going to do it from the bathtub, and I'm going to do it from my little office, and that's a weird sentence. He's going to do it.
This may be a disaster.
This may be a disaster. Wait, I'm going to get us a beginning note. That's what I'm going to do for my little Spotify.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or would you?
Sure. Tell me.
Out of the air. Did I abuse? Okay, that's you.
I would have gone much higher. Okay.
That would have been okay if you want, because I'm a girl, but I still like this, actually. Kind of.
Okay, well, we'll go there. All right. Are we singing to camera?
Sure. You know what? Or you can sing to my little square, or I don't know, or sing off into the distance to where Cinderella is, whatever you're feeling.
All right, well, I'm going to do it the way I do it before. I have to pull the curtain.
You have to pull your...
Yes. Okay. Are you ready?
I heard from my son that I could go like this. Okay. Did, yes or no, did.
Ready?
Yep.
Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in a tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors.
Agony, all the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach? Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Why no?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair, and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her. Agony,
misery. Whoa, no, it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind.
Always
10 feet below.
And she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to Yes! You can sing low!
I can sing low. I'm telling you, Matt and I have like the same range. It's hilarious.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you. I'm quite the tenor.
That whole ba-da-da-ba-da-da, but that's
I know.
as I can sing.
Actually, my 15-year-old, he's always like the lower I could go, he's like, Mom! Like, there's nothing that impresses my 15-year-old better than that. My low notes.
I can't imagine having a cool mom like you.
Oh.
First of all, you look like you haven't aged a day since college.
Neither have you.
Like, not a day. Oh, come on, I have a beard. But my God, you're a cool mom.
You're so sweet. You're a cool mom too.
I'm a daddy, baby.
Yeah. I love it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think my kids mostly would agree with you. I mean, of course, they're going to roll their eyes at me sometimes, but they're very sweet. And I think they're extraordinarily actually appreciative of how we're pretty cool. We're pretty cool.
Sure.
And we're the ones who are not even trying in the least to homeschool them, which I'll tell you that's the funniest thing. We're the only ones on earth. Although we have a screenplay that, well, I won't say anything about it yet because we're just shopping it around. But anyway, we have something about homeschooling that it cracks me up that I'm like, well, I think it's going to do better coming out of this, maybe because everyone in the world is trying to like teach their children at home right now.
Yeah, there's that amazing YouTube of that Israeli mom in her car going on a rant when she's like, great, now my kids know I'm an idiot.
That was like my favorite line. I just heard her say that. She was like, yeah, that is the best. I think mine, they don't think I'm an idiot, but they definitely know what to ask and not ask me for help.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I'm not going to be shy. I told them, I'm like, and our oldest son is like a phenomenal performer, but he also is like just an unbelievable academic. Like he's such a good student. And so, you know, he'll be looking at different things for colleges than we were. I mean, Matt and I were like, Michigan didn't make us take math. That was like one of the things we liked about it.
Well, we had to get in academically before they even let us audition.
Oh yeah. No, oh, we certainly did. I mean, we were all, that's what I'm like, I'm saying, honey, I know I'm smart. I'm totally good. But I definitely didn't have the same goals of advanced math that my son does. Let's put it that way.
Wow. He'll save us all.
And truly, and I'm so appreciative. And he'll also dance his heart out while doing it. So like, I do have great hope that my kids are truly the next awesome generation. And I look forward to the days they can go outside again. All right. Well, you're so fantastic. I don't want to keep you forever because maybe you have a new monologue to learn. I don't know.
I do. I have monologue to learn.
That's fantastic. I think this is awesome. I think you'll come out of this just feeling, I don't know, hopefully, I don't know, very satisfied with what you've done theatrically.
I hope so. I also try to use this to take a shower at least once a day because it makes me feel like I'm a person.
That is also how Todd gets clean, people, and makes art. Well, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much.
I love you both so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, really, like for people who have barely seen each other, and you were here when we weren't here, I think. We've been here about 5 years. When were you in LA?
I left in 2013. So
Got it.
I left right before you guys came. Yeah. Is New York like your heart place? Like, is that really home for you? Or I think so. I work more here. I liked LA a whole lot, and I would go back to work.
Yeah. Well, Matt and I are writing a lot, so maybe, hopefully, we'll bring you here ourselves.
Write me a part.
I would love to, because we love some Todd Buonopane. I'll tell you that. That's awesome. Well, thank you, sir. You're fantastic.
All right.
I really wish I could hug you, and I do look forward to the time when we could meet in one of these states and hug. We were literally supposed to be there with my son's show choir this weekend. We were supposed to be in New York right now. It's so sad, but this is
you'll come another time.
It's happening for reasons that are just gonna have to work out.
Yes.
So thank you.
All right. Keep safe. Keep healthy.
You too. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.